Hey, Facebook Live. This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Another Sunday, a new week, a new day. Come on in. Let's wait for some of the guys to come on. We're not going to start until somebody come in here. We have a word or two to discuss this afternoon, a word of encouragement to encourage somebody who maybe you're going through some difficult moments. Come on here. Let's share some story together and then get ourselves ready for this week. I'm waiting on you. Come on in, share the video, tag a friend. It's the time for our discussion. This is very important. In a time like this, we need a word to be able to encourage you to be able to move forward. And that word comes with a lot of things that have been going on over the week, and then we just share together. We put comments in there that we have shared what we've been going through, just to have ourselves strengthened. So come on in, invite somebody, tag a friend, and let's wait for a couple of folks to come on in here while we wait. Hey everyone, let's wait for a couple of minutes and have a couple of people come on, and we'll begin to discuss. This is a nice Sunday afternoon, Sunday. Yeah. Okay, so yesterday was one of the days. Have you ever had a day where you cannot even explain what it feels like, what it looks like? And so I'm at a funeral. One of my guy friend, who happened to be my classmate, lost his son to gun violence. And so we went for the funeral. And I'm sitting in the church, and I'm looking, and I'm watching. All of the kids that I see are barely from 5 years old, 6 years old, maybe 29 or 30 years old. If you saw people that were older, maybe 40 years and above, it was not even 20% of that crowd at a funeral. And I sat down there and I was asking myself questions. But then the day before the funeral, there were mothers who had come on to explain their own stories of how they lost their kids to gun violence. Some of them, 1 or 2 or 3, a lot of different kind of testimonies. And I sat down there and I was asking myself questions. Women do go through a lot of stuff. I'm not saying men don't do, but women do. Do you know what it is to birth a child, take that child for 9 months, carry that child until the day of the child is birth, and you raise that child just to find out that the child is being killed? I asked myself a couple of questions. Maybe you are on here and you are watching, and yours might not be, maybe your child was killed. Maybe your child is taking drugs. Maybe your child is on the street, has left the home, and you don't even know the whereabouts, and you are a mother, and maybe your own child maybe was being molested, or maybe raped, or maybe your own is a child who you don't even know how to even describe what they're going through. You are a mother. There are too many pain that people go through that is just silent, especially women. I'm not saying men don't go through a lot of stuff, they do. But men have this capacity to be able to hold certain things in. That was before. Now a lot of men do cry. And so I sat there and I was watching and seeing all of these kids all over the place. I don't know if they really understood what was happening. They were dancing. Some of them was the time that they had to take time to come and show their clothes. It was time to come and show the kind of shoes they were wearing. And it was just unbelievable what I was seeing with my eyes. And it tells me that the world that we lived in, I think our children are kind of, they haven't lost it because there's still hope. But we got a lot to do to be able to educate them and empower them to know what it is. Life is just way more than what they were seeing yesterday when I was sitting there and watching. Were we at a party? Were we at a funeral? Were we grieving because a kid has been killed by one of his own friends? What was the lesson that they were learning when they were out there yesterday? I was asking myself that question. And maybe you were sitting in your house and you were asking yourself the same question. Maybe you lost a loved one, like I was saying earlier. Maybe you're a woman, or your child got raped, or maybe your child got killed. Maybe you're a man, you've lost it all. Your marriage is broken. Maybe I don't know, you're sick and you've been diagnosed with some sickness. Oh, yes. It could be maybe you're grieving over some losses that you had. Like yesterday was a grieving day for me too. But I just want to just encourage you, if you're on here this afternoon, you're watching, maybe you're going to watch this video later on today, and you are saying, oh no, I don't feel your energy. Yes. Sometimes there are days like this. I always usually tell people I don't have a mood, but it has been kind of a little hard since yesterday, just figuring out what was going on around me. But I just want to encourage you that there is still hope. There is still hope. As long as you can wake up in the morning and you can still sit here and can still be able to talk and walk and speak, there is still hope. We find ourselves in a season, especially in a year like this, where things are just happening just like that. That's unbelievable. Before you hear this, this is already happening. And you cannot even figure it out. You cannot even try to even comprehend what is happening. But one thing that gave me some assurance is that God is still God. Yeah, he is still God. And that's what gave me assurance, because I know in whom I trust. And when you know whose you are, you don't have to be panicking or maybe living in fear. It's only when you don't know who has your back or what you're depending on, you live in fear. And so maybe you are going through some difficult moment, like me in the church yesterday when I was sitting in that church and was figuring out what was happening. All of those mothers who were giving their testimonies of how they lost their children to gun violence. Somebody who was telling me how they lost a loved one. My kids who lost their grandmother yesterday. And just all kinds of different things going on. And it seemed like the world is just falling apart. Maybe in your house it's just back to back, one after another. Things are just happening. And you are asking yourself questions. You are a mother. You are crying. You are asking, Lord, what is happening? What did I go wrong? What did I do? And then 2020 happened to be a climax of it all, and you are figuring out. We're in a pandemic where there's no answer to nothing. You don't even find answers on the radio, or maybe on the TV. You don't find answers anywhere in the newspaper. There's nothing that seems to be so concrete or maybe so real when it's being said, and you are asking, is there still hope? I want to just let you know that there's still hope. As long as you can wake up every morning, you can be able to breathe and you can be able to wake up and walk again. There is still hope. You will have to keep believing that as long as you wake up every day, you sit up and have that time to be up, hope is still possible. You have to find that energy somewhere to put yourself together. It might be very, very hard sometimes. Like yesterday, it hit me so hard. But then you have to still sit and say, I can't let this beat me down. I can't let this happen, because there have been way more to this than this one. And so you find a place to be able to find out hope for yourself. I don't know who I'm talking to. Maybe you are in your room, maybe you are in your car, you are driving, maybe you find yourself in a lonely place, you are on the street, you are homeless. Maybe you just find yourself in a place where you are maybe ready to even commit suicide. You're telling yourself, I don't think it's worth living. It is. Dark moments don't last forever. That's why when it's night, day always comes. It might be dark for now, maybe around 8 o'clock, and then we'll see the darkness. But before you know it, daylight is going to come at 5 a.m. in the morning. That is what life is like. Sometimes it gets so dark, and you be asking yourself, why is it so dark all around me? Where have I gone wrong? What have I done that was not right? You be asking all of the questions. Some questions that I don't even have answers to them. But then before you know it, daylights come out. Oh yeah, that is what is encouraging. And so I want to just encourage you. You're on here, maybe you're watching the video, or maybe you're going to be passing by to just flip through and say, let me just see, is one of those videos once more? No, stop by and watch it. I want to let you know that there is hope. There's still hope. There is still life. It's still possible. That dream can still come to pass. Those children can still become good kids. It's not because you find yourself in a place where you feel that everything is falling apart. So that means tomorrow is not going to be better. Yes, that's today. It's going to go, and then tomorrow is going to come. And so just hope for the better. Just tell yourself, I know I can still make it. I know I can still be able to break through in that situation. No matter how hard it's going to be, I'm going to still keep holding on. I want you to understand that Whatever you're going through is not new. Somebody has gone through it before. That is what is even encouraging. Have you gone through some loss and you are feeling that you are the only one? No. Somebody else is going through the same thing somewhere. Is it that you are going through something, maybe your children being wayward and not listening? Somebody is going through the same thing somewhere. Is it because maybe you have a child who's being raped, or maybe your husband is maybe cheating on you and he's being very violent? Yes, somebody is going through the same thing too. I'm not saying you have to go through it, but what I'm telling you is, do not look at yourself as somebody who is not being treated right because it's only you alone. No. Somebody has been there before. That's what I'm encouraging you, whatever you're going through. Don't say you don't know yet. I know what I'm talking about. I know what it is to go through pain. I know what it is to cry. I know what it is to be in a dark moment of your life. And so I sit here like as a testimony to just let you know that it is still possible. Yesterday, I didn't figure out I was going to wake up this morning and sit there to smile because it was such a dark day. But then I found myself sitting here. It's 4 o'clock. I have to do what I have to do. And so I just came on here to just encourage you. I didn't come here with any topic today. No subject, nothing. Just a word of encouragement. Wherever you find yourself going through, maybe you find yourself going through the pain, or mother who's going through the loss of her son, or maybe her daughter, her child, who's grieving. I don't know whatever she's going through, that her child has been raped, that family who have lost a loved one, somebody who is saying my marriage is over. I was in it for 25, 30 years, and it doesn't seem to be working, and now we are all broken apart. My family union has been destroyed. Maybe that family that is being torn apart for just nothing. We don't even understand what happened, but they just been far apart. They don't even talk to each other anymore. They don't even find a place to forgive and love each other again. Maybe you had a job, and all of a sudden your job, you lost it, and you can't even find an answer to why it happened that way. Maybe it was a business you started and the business was blooming in the beginning. All of a sudden, things just started to fall apart and you were asking yourself questions. You are in the darkest moment of your life and you are asking, is it going to still be possible? Yes, I'm telling you, it will still be possible. You will smile again. You will have the time to sit down and still joke with other people and let them know how you feel. You're gonna feel happy again. You're gonna have that joy again in your heart. It's not going to be forever. Like I was saying earlier on, darkness do not last. No matter how dark it is from 8 to 5 a.m. in the morning, there will still be a daylight. And that's what life is all about. And so every time you wake up in the morning, you embrace the life that you have. And go through the process all throughout the day. Just loving yourself, enjoying every moment. I love Joyce Myers. For those who don't know her, she's a minister of the gospel. And she's an encourager. She's a speaker. And I love her program. If you want to, it's called Enjoy Everyday Life. So if you're somebody who want to know what life, you have to enjoy every day as it comes. Enjoy it. Do not stay there and be lamenting about yesterday. Yesterday is already gone. You can't change it. You can only prepare a better future. You can only work on the future and make it brighter and make it better. And so enjoy what today has in store for you. That's just a little secret. You can't wake up in the morning and then be lamenting for what happened yesterday and still holding on to yesterday. It's going to only pull you down. It's going to only weigh you down. It's going to only destroy what has been prepared for you today. You're not going to enjoy it at all because you've been thinking about yesterday. You're bringing the weight from yesterday into your today that is not even going to serve you nothing. Questions you can't answer, you don't have to ask them. Things you cannot even solve, don't think about them. Things that you're not able to do, don't even figure how you're going to do them. Just take it one business at a time and let life just go forward. And enjoy the moment, enjoy the process. If you are crying, cry. If you are mourning, mourn. If you wherever you see yourself going through, you're grieving, grieve. But don't let it hold you down. You have to let go of some of those trouble moments and then just try to embrace the life that is forward and before you. Because there is still hope. There is still hope. I want to encourage you. Do see 2020 as one of the best years ever. You still have the month of September, October, November, December. 4 months still ahead of you. Everything is still possible. And all can be possible. And so embrace the life that you have right now. I want you to just know that yesterday is already gone. The tears you had yesterday, wipe them off. And try to embrace a new life. Start something over. We're in a month of new beginnings. Yeah. It really defines itself, new beginnings. New things are happening all around us. New beginnings in everything. Relationship wise. I'm not saying you should go and divorce your husband and go start a new relationship. That's not what I'm saying over here. But I'm telling you, whatever it is, new businesses, new perspective, and new creativity, new ideas, whatever it is that you are trying to do, there's a new beginning. And I want you to embrace that new. Don't hold on to that past event that happened in your life. I was raped. I was molested. I lost a loved one. I lost my marriage, and I lost this child. Yes, all of these things are things that are very important. There are things that you can that grieve you, that give you that maybe shook your life, but yeah, you still got to move forward. And so I want to just encourage you this afternoon. I'm not going to be too long on here this afternoon because I didn't want to disappoint anybody by not coming on here. When you make a vow, you keep your vow. So I decided to just come on here and encourage somebody. Stay strong. Stay focused. Know that life is still worth it. Know that you can still do great things. Know that you can still go break through that situation. And you can still be that encourager. You can still be somebody who somebody is looking up to. Yes, that's you. I'm talking to you who's watching me. Yeah, you can still be that person that you've been dreaming about. Do not give up. Do not let that situation bring you down because you're going through a moment right now. It's just for a little moment. It's going to pass. And you will forget. I'm telling you, you will forget that it ever happened. It's true. Life will always throw some of these things in your face in time to come. But it will just come and just pass by. Even though you think about it, we're just going to go. So do not hold on to them. So thank you so much for coming on this afternoon. It has always been a pleasure. It's always a pleasure. And I want to let you know that I do really love each and every one of you over here. And you guys are the reason why we do what we continue to do. Share the video. Let somebody know that you watch a video that is for the encouragement. I'm talking to that woman who's watching, that strong woman. Yeah. You are telling yourself, I don't think she's talking about me. It's you, yeah. You're going through a lot, but that's it. It's already over. That man who's lamenting, who's crying, that family who's broken apart, it's you that I'm talking to. Get it back together. Get your acts back together. Wherever it was, it's already in the past. Embrace a new life. Move forward. Be a mark to your generation. Do something new that will give you joy. Find your happiness somewhere and walk in it. And I'm telling you, you will want to enjoy every day of your life. So thank you again, like I was saying, for coming on here. It's such a pleasure. I just want to just stay on and keep talking, but I cannot. We have to make sure we have other things to do. And so I want to just encourage you to embrace the life that you have. Wake up in the morning with perspective. Do something new. It's a new week. A new week. Do something new. Maybe set a goal to walk 30 minutes a day. Set a goal to change the way you eat your food. Set a day to see how you're going to raise your children in a new way. Maybe how you're going to run your marriage. You're not going to be the same person over and over and things not working. You can't keep doing the same old things and with no result and want to continue doing it over and over. So maybe do that business in a different way. Talk to that client in a different way, to that staff in a different way. Change your attitude. Maybe things are not working because of the way you do things. Change it. Do something new. So that this week you can be able to come up and, oh yes, I changed the way I do stuff and I see a lot of change around me. Maybe that's something to do. Wake up in the morning. Maybe meditate upon things that are positive instead of being negative about yourself. So just change everything. Make everything new in this season. And see what life brings at you. It's going to be all joy. I'm not saying it's going to be rose every day, but I'm telling you, even the days that you are broken, you will find a place to still smile because that's what you have created around you. And so thank you once more for coming on here. It's your coach, Honora, and I will always be on here. See you on Tuesday afternoon for my midday prayer. For those who don't follow me on Tuesday for my midday prayer on Friday morning, 12 a.m. in the morning, every Friday. And we are doing great things. And we just want you to be a part of what we're doing in this season. And so thank you again and have a pleasant Sunday and a great week. Share with me in the comment box whatever you're going through. Let's see how we can work this thing together. It's still possible. That's why we are family. So have a great weekend and a great week. Bye.